threaten and chunk down what is, overall, not a very tanky roster here on the side of Red Canids.
Yeah, and Peace might want to recreate what they were able to create in game number 1 with some of that early lead going on here. This time not with the Jarvan, which honestly wasn't a lot of the engine of what got them going in that one. But the Nidalee can absolutely do it. You got a couple of solo lanes that can be gankable. The Jarvan and the Sylas, of course. The Kled's going to be getting in there a lot. And this Nidalee can be super active. It's Bobbit. You know, I think this is his big opportunity to step up and try to carry on one of his big picks. Again, though, on the other side, we are looking at an extremely similar draft from the side of Red Canids. This time, though, they just have Rakan instead of Leona, so you have even more hard engage, especially in team fights, and everything else is the same.
Yeah. The Rakan is going to struggle a lot in terms of being able to engage into the Leona, especially in the early part of that laning phase with an Ezreal that's still fairly fragile at that stage, but we made the same sort of claims about Titan's early game when we haven't yet seen how the pros are going to build that here in Worlds 2021. So something to track for sure as we have an engage.
Getting in there is Aladoric, but immediately trying to run away. But now they're trying to get on in there. The exhaust will come out, but Titan is going to flash away, get some room to get away from this. We also got a fight in the jungle that's going on, and a re-engage in the bottom lane. Aladoric back down to the bottom side, so yes, very much the same, but also very different as you could see he was getting very aggressive. He lands that Q and he goes in for this.
Yeah, goes in. You can see that on the mini-map that, yes, Grefthar is trying to contest this rotation coming up from Tally, but he's not able to do so, and Tally will be able to take the blast.
Done as he was in game number 1. As here we go, Vizicachi finds the flag and drag. Is it enough damage? The slicing Maelstrom is trying to keep him alive, but it will not be enough. No summoners for either side.
Last time, as you mentioned, with Titan not having the same amount of kills, and we're still at a stage where the Lucian isn't quite online yet, but he is going to be very powerful very soon. Just picked up his Gale Force, and that's going to be a really huge opportunity.
As it is a man-hunt that's coming in, but now they're getting it turned on top of them. As in goes Aladoric, going to get this one started. Gigo does not get a lot of value here on the slicing Maelstrom, as we do have Vizicachi super deep in that one, trying to get on top of Aegis, and he will be able to pick up that kill. As now the team is following up. Tally and Violet able to help them out. As Gigo trying to escape, and we are all over the map now. Even Vizicachi's gonna go down. Grefthar picks up the shutdown goal. Enemy jungle, as it seems like the enemy team now is collapsing on them. There is this blast plant here that might get him to safety, as he knocks over the Lee Sin, and he leaves himself over the wall, as Flag and Drag actually gets him some room here, but he will be eventually taken down as he has to avoid the charge, and he will just emote his way.
Extra plate going over to Violet here, and they're actually going to turn this into potentially more than just a plate.
We got multiple teleports coming in. Big Rakan charm onto multiple, but there's so many members of Peace here, but Grefthar trying to run him up, trying to get that damage down, but it will not be enough. There's just no support for him. It's a double kill now for Violet, and JoJo is alone, gets knocked up with the flash. And that will be a huge conversion here for the side of Peace. Yeah, this experience around the map. That's something that Vizicachi will have to be careful about. He picks up level 10 as he reaches.
Have a huge amount of hold that thought once again. We're going in.
Okay, that's going to be the charge blocked here from Aladoric. Very nicely done. He hops off the Scarl, but this is just way too many members of Peace that are around Tally. Was going to Kingsley in and there we go. The exhaust, though, is immediately going to come down, but the CC might be enough to keep Aladoric around. The charm doesn't quite hit a lot of members here, as they're even struggling to take down the support. They finally get that done. Meanwhile, though, the top lane really liking Peace's vision control, and they're going to find another opportunity. JoJo just disappears off of the map.
We see an overextension. Maybe you've got an opportunity. Aladoric.
He's just continuing on forward. The culling is going to blast Titan in the face here as the stun comes down, and the charm is good, but here comes Vizicachi. Knocks 2 of them down with the Cataclysm, and now the cavalry has arrived. The stolen charge comes in, and a gigantic Everfrost catches 2 of them on the backside, slows them up enough.
You know, we've got a Leona out in the open. They look for the fight, but this is not, again, a time where you can realistically fight against the scrappy comp that is Peace. They're so strong in the mid-game. This is a team comp that has a Sylas, a Lucian, right? At this point in time, a Jarvan,
who's one to go on that one, but they seemingly always do. As Vizicachi, he's so confident, but a lot of damage is coming out from Gigo. It's gonna be close, but the flash comes in. And Vizicachi with the passive will smack down the little cannon.
Yeah, not a fight you want to control, but no vision in Baron Pit. This is going to be so difficult to contest.
And JoJo, he's trying his best. He's gonna get the solar flare out at least. Aegis, though, he's fighting to even get a view of this one, as now we get the engage, and immediately they all just get blown up. Vizicachi still in the pit, still gonna keep the Baron leashed. And this one should be a clean Baron to the side of Peace. Titan is thinking about it. They still have some vision here. Let's see if, nope, not even gonna be close. Titan can't do anything.
Mistakes like that are gonna cost you big.
Well, they're gonna try to get this one in, as Violet is in a little bit of trouble, but he is gonna dash away to safety. Greptar doesn't quite have the damage, and they are forcing it so deep. As Vizicachi's like, no, I'll just go the other way. Violet in a little bit of trouble, though. That's a big kick onto him, but still, the damage is not hitting this Lucian. It's still the low health bar, so it's the Q from downtown. He's just gonna lock down that Lucian, but here's Tally gonna try to go 1v4. Picked up that cannon ultimate, and it is doing so much damage here. Greptar left to die by his teammates. They could not help him. As this game is coming along, Titan's case is now Tally is getting locked down here, and this is a lot of what this game has been. Just finding opportunities somewhere on the map. The Shurelius and the Charm does come in. There's the kick. Tally in a lot of pressure, but he gets a kill to start it off. Nobody seems to have the damage to get him. He already has Zhonya's as well, as the Cavalry once again coming on in. The 2v4 in big effect as Tally picks up another one and becomes godlike in this game.
Bobbit is on the angle.
And he's going to take it over, Wolf. You got this.
It's the spear, gets the kill on Aegis. Uh-oh, but he might go down for it as well. Has to use that Zhonya's.
All right, let's see if they can catch up. That is going to be Titan in a lot of trouble. Has to flash the wall, as he will not get away from the legendary Tally as the ace comes through, and they might just push for the win right now.
Vizicachi's trying to win the game by himself here on the top side. That inhibitor that stayed up for an extra 8 minutes finally does go down, and they are breaking into the base from two fronts, and this is already starting to be a great best of 5.
Now, just like this, Peace are right back in the game. They will take down the turrets, and they will take down the Nexus. We'll see if he just has anything to say about that. It doesn't look like it'll be much, just a bit of fun there at the end. Peace will be taking down game number 2 and tying up the